Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Futurama revival and the episodes within it. Shout out to Johnny Two Cellos for making this possible, because he also makes Disenchantment and BoJack videos on his channel too. So without further ado, let's talk about the episodes and what I think is going to happen. The first episode on this list is The Impossible Stream. I guess it has something to do with like river streams or streaming services. Since the first era aired on Fox, then there were the movies, then it ran on Comedy Central, and now it runs on Hulu. And on Comedy Central, and the only thing that people go on Comedy Central for is to watch that god-awful show called South Park. And if I see one comment telling me to make a South Park video, I will delete your comment. I'm not kidding. I bet the episode would be centered around Fry and Bender, like in that iPhone episode. But this time, they're trying to do like a live stream. I don't know which kind, but... Or maybe it's centered around those boat races. Moving on. The next episode is Rage Against the Vaccine, which I bet would be based around the 2020 pandemic where everyone had to be quarantined. I bet it features some Karens. Zap gets cancelled, and I was pretty much hyped for this episode because, oh my god, I hate Zap Brannigan with a burning passion. And I know Kif is going to show up in one of these, because whenever Zap Brannigan is in an episode, I know he's bound to be in there, so he better be in there. Zap deserves to be cancelled for all the stuff he's done. Because he deserves better. Number 4. The Prince and the Product. That is obviously a play on words of the Prince and the Proper. Or the Pauper, I think. I bet this one centers around Fry and Lilo's relationship, which I think is overrated. But there's a lot of Futurama ships that we haven't talked about yet. But that's okay. Probably assuming that Fry is the prince and he's probably buying a product for Lilo. Who knows what it'll be and what product? Hasbro, Mattel, MGA? Related to items you viewed would somewhat be a mediocre episode to me, but I assumed that the episode would lead the Planet Express crew unexpectedly searching numerous items from previous episodes from previous seasons. It's like a nostalgia trip for them. So that's my only thoughts. Children of a Lesser Bog is another episode I was really hyped about because finally we get to see an episode around Kif and Amy's children, even though they probably weren't Amy's, but look, okay, they're the best couple. I think they're great. Well, before I heard about the revival of Season 11 Futurama, I was going to plan on using the Lilo and Stitch 2 audio and planned on using their kids. But no, I didn't have the strength to do it. Episode 7 was How the West was 1010001. That last bit wasn't code, but I could tell it's obviously going to be a country episode. Just like Where the Wild Buggalo Roam. I Know What You Did Last Xmas is a very spot-on reference to I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I'm kind of digging it. It's another Christmas special episode. They may be parasites lost, but there are parasites regained. Yeah, it's probably a different type of parasites. And then we're all the way down. I bet this will lead to somewhere underground, or probably near Robot Hell. Who knows? Next up, The One Amigo. I am aware that this is a reference to the Three Amigos, but bear with me, I don't watch a lot of Disney. I am a Disney hater. Squid Game is a reference to Squid Game, but they switched out the S. I wasn't really a big fan of Squid Game when it came out, but then I started to get into it, but not a lot. It was short-lived for a while, and I kept making jokes about Squid Game getting cancelled, all because it was getting a season 2. When I first heard of it, I didn't know what the episode was going to be about, so I just skipped to the rest. Until today, I thought of a quid is probably another alien species, so they're kind of like squid people. Just thinking of Squidward right now. I would love to draw what they look like, but I'm kind of in the middle of making my interpretation of what Disenchantment Season 5 is going to be about. The Temp or possibly short for the temperature or the temple. I'm guessing the temple because it's a Jewish location, and if it were short for the temperature, then it'll probably involve some global warming. I'm sticking with the temple because we gotta save up some support for Kyle. Beauty and the Bug! This one I had mixed feelings over because, one, Beauty and the Bug is a reference to Beauty and the Beast. Two, yes, it does feature around Amy and Kif. Three, an Amphibiosan's life cycle is interesting. So when they go to their adult stage, they turn into a swarm of hookworms, which are Kif's parents. Which is literally puberty, but for like older teens, I guess. And I am not mentally prepared for that to happen. I'm scared. I don't want Kif to suffer anymore. End this. One is silicon and the other gold. If disenchantment characters can have angst, so can Simpsons and Futurama. So I'm probably guessing that Bender is tired of being his old self because he's not good enough or shiny, and people start like whispering about his metal design. I'm picturing FNF Doomsday vibes just by thinking about, look, okay, all that. But I guess he probably gets a new paint job, and then everybody loves him now because he's made out of gold. I got nothing on this one. Planet Espresso. Planet Express has now become a coffee shop. Cuteness Overlord. Wow, a cute overlord? I'm picturing like an anime villain, anime-styled villain. You know, like those characters that are evil but actually have a cute appearance? Great. Now I'm getting Marsh Tato Mary vibes just thinking about it. The Futurama Mystery Library. Someone has dyslexia and we're going to have a problem about it. Otherwise known as, well, Otherwise. Which would probably be the season finale of season 11. And yes, I'm actually aware that the title actually reminds me of Meanwhile, which was the season 10 finale of Futurama. Anyways, that's all I had to say about the season 11 episodes of Futurama. What are your predictions of what the episodes will be? Once again, shout out to Johnny Two Cellos for all this. And I hope you guys also enjoy the Gacha Club designs of my redesign and the original designs of the Futurama characters. So long! Farewell!